What the dog doing?
Well, it's that time again. So season 7 just dropped, and initially I wasn't planning on playing this season because I thought that the balance last season was horrendous, and I also thought that Overwatch was in a much better state. However, it wasn't until I heard that NetEase was nerfing the ultimate charges all across the board that it caught my attention, but most importantly, they buffed Iron Man. Now the question is, are these changes significant? That is magnificent. For once, the ranked skins don't look too bad. Just gonna put this for my ego now. Concerning the ability charge changes, I think that it's a pretty good change because even at the higher level, many of the fights felt like they were won simply because of ultimates rather than neutral play. So for a neutral play character like Iron Man who kind of suffers from his ultimate, it was pretty unfortunate to lose the fight to heroes who had a much stronger ultimate. So the main buffs that they gave Iron Man are all related to his armor overdrive. So basically, if you initiate armor overdrive, you will be able to trigger the repulsor blast and the Uni-Beam much quicker, so it feels a lot more responsive. As you can see, I could use the Uni-Beam much sooner as I could before. So that definitely feels great, but I'm not sure if it's going to make that much of a difference in practice though. Because we all know that it's not the initial animation that annoys us, it's the exit animation. The amount of times that I've died just because of this animation really drives me crazy. And as many of you guys could notice, every time Iron Man gets a kill with overdrive, he gets an additional 2 seconds to the ability. So that maybe doesn't increase the chances of getting that first pick, but it can guarantee you to win the team fight. I'm actually curious to see, does he also get the additional 2 seconds if he gets a kill with his ult? Oh yes, he does. Alright, that's nice. So a combo I like to use when I flank supports is usually rockets, melee, or repulsor immediately. The second option is rocket, melee, and Uni-Beam. Realistically speaking, is probably not going to happen in a real Eternity game, but it can be useful sometimes, especially if you're trying to finish off a tank, for example. I actually have an unpopular opinion. It's that I think that Iron Man is fine. What people don't understand is that you're not supposed to force him every single game. He's more of a niche character that's supposed to stop non-flyer counters like Moon Knight or someone like Scarlet Witch or Squirrel Girl. And even if I did force Iron Man in 99% of my games, that does not mean that you should too. He's obviously not your go-to DPS like the Punisher or Star-Lord, which is why the ban system is extremely important. But even then, no matter if you play dive or flyers or poke damage, it is always the same 4 heroes that get banned no matter what. So I never really had the chance up to Eternity to ban my counters, and so I played against compositions that had 3 hit scan characters. It's definitely difficult, but it's somewhat doable. So I'm really happy that they released White Fox, that way more people will play support and I get to make this video in the first place. I remember that one season when Iron Man was part of the meta, people used to suggest that they would add like a tank flyer like War Machine. Even if they did release War Machine, he would have joined the flyers instead of breaking that meta. So, but honestly, if we're gonna add a tank flyer, probably add Ironmonger, Obadiah Stane. That would actually hit hard. And add some sort of like icing problem team up with Iron Man. Oh, wow. Okay, Star-Lord does deal a lot of damage.
Oh. I ain't seen a lot more Star-Lord play than usual.
We're gonna start the Human Torch here. Oh, Thor. I completely forgot he could do stuff like this, and rest in peace, Iron Man. So far, we're doing fine. We're probably gonna lose the point, but nope, never mind. We did get a pick though, so fair trade. I know I've said it many times, but it really does feel good to have a game that's a bit slower paced while still having great neutral play. So it doesn't feel excessive like it did. I'm gonna break the res beacon. Probably gonna die in a few seconds, but oh, I forgot to look at the Human Torch here. It was an okay hold, not bad.
But I will say I do miss seeing compositions
With Hulk and Iron Man. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. I gotta look at the Human Torch a bit more because I'm the only guy who can stop him. You can always press B and then break the destructible surfaces. Oh. I think I'm gonna die here. That was a smooth flick. I'm gonna see if I can stop the Human Torch. If it wasn't for the additional 2 seconds, I would have never been able to get to the Human Torch in the first place in Overdrive. So that's definitely somewhere where it truly shines. Great Angela ult here. Maybe a bit overkill, but works just fine. So again, like I said, wait, oh, Iron Man usually is pretty good at stopping the other flyers. So generally speaking with this character, it's really just the survivability that maybe needs a small rework, but the damage does somewhat compensate for it. Oh. That was a close fight here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so they did buff Hulk also, that I remember.
What the dog doing?
Don't know why I just decided to overdrive here. Kind of a waste of an ability. Never mind. I'll get the additional 2 seconds. I don't mind. So it also does count for the 2 seconds, even if it's just an assist. And I really do like that. Imagine if they only added those 2 seconds if you had the final hit. That would pretty much be a useless update for Iron Man. I don't know why I keep overdriving so early. It's my first time recording a video while playing this game, so I am absolutely not concentrated. Alright, so they're playing Hela and the Human Torch now. You know what? Worth it. We're gonna do this. It's crazy that I still have 6 seconds of overdrive left. I really love the damage that I can crack up now. Okay. Oh, they're playing Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but for me, my scariest counter for an Iron Man player is not Hela, but rather a good Spider-Man. There is nothing you can do when the other Spider-Man is very good. You can try communications with your teammates,
But it's very hard because they don't always have to look.
yeah, that hurts. Because they don't always have the time to watch your back. Okay, they're dealing lots of damage here. I'm gonna have to use what I learned from Metric's video about playing against Hawkeye and Spider-Man. This is not going to be fun, isn't it? But at the end of the day, that's why you play on Quick Play. You gotta learn how to play against your counters. You don't have to be afraid of it. Something I could definitely work on is my repulsor game. I feel like I'm just shooting randomly at a crowd instead of actually trying to target someone. But oh, okay, he just tried to ult us. Yeah, the Spider-Man is pretty menacing, actually. Whoa, Human Torch is going for me now. No, you're not doing that to me. But I do respect his commitment, though. No. Oh, wait. I thought I was gonna get Thor. Oh, he survived that. Oh, that's unfortunate. I really need my overdrive right now because it feels like Iron Man is just shooting pea shooters when he's not using overdrive. But again, the Spider-Man is pretty good, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Yeah, it was a good try from my team. So at the end of the day, is Iron Man a lot better? Honestly, meh. Is he meta defining? Not really. But as long as we have fun playing this character, that is all that matters. I'm not really planning on touching competitive this season, but if this video does well, sure, I guess I can do that. I'll go through the grind again and try to make it to eternity. But I do know that most of you guys don't actually enjoy the game. Most of you guys are actually just addicted. Get some help.
Maximum pulse!